everyone on the internet, and welcome back to another video on my channel. This video is going to be a tutorial on the changes to the execute command in Minecraft 1.13. Of course, 1.13 is still in its snapshot phases, so we'll have to expect this to change eventually. It might not, you never know, but just be ready for change. This is just a tutorial for snapshot 17W49B is the snapshot we're in right now. And that's what this tutorial is directed on. If it's changed after that, I don't know. This is just the time this video is recorded. So, I just want to say, we're not covering everything that changes to the execute command has to offer. Because, quite frankly, I don't even know all of them. So, if you want a part 2 to this video with all of the changes, let me know in the comments below. And also let me know, what other types of videos do you like? Do you like these command block tutorials? Would you rather redstone tutorials? Or are you more into Let's Plays? Or are you more into modded Let's Plays? I don't know. So let me know in the comments below. So, before I babble on even more, let's get into the video. So the first thing we're going to look at is the old execute command. This is the old execute detect command. Execute at a coordinates detect. Execute at a offset coordinates detect. Detect block coordinates, block ID, block damage value, command. Or alternatively, you can just do execute at a offset coordinates command. But it changed here. Now it's execute and then a bunch of other arguments. We're going to first start with execute as, which executes it as an entity but not at their location. You see, it says I summoned the creeper, but yet it wasn't at my location. That's because that's forcing me to summon the creeper. However, the location stays the same. This is the other way around. The entity doesn't change, but the location does. You see, the command block at summoned the new creeper, but the entity didn't change. At summoned the creeper at my location. So then next is execute offset, which that's what I was talking about when I said offset coordinates. This one is a way to put offset coordinates. This basically offsets the command. You see, the summon creeper is right at the command block's coordinates, but because of the offset, it summons it one block forward, or in the positive Z direction. Then there's execute align, which is the opposite of execute offset. Basically, it aligns it to the coordinate grid. Basically, the coordinate grid is exact coordinates, which is in between 4 blocks. You see, this can be execute align XYZ, XY, XYZ, XY, YZ, XZ, X, Y, X, Y, or Z. And that's what coordinate you want to align to the coordinate grid. Remember, each whole number in the coordinate grid is in between blocks. If I just do X, Y, Z, and then go into spectator mode and click on this, you'll see that the coordinates are here. And they're whole coordinates, not just normal. Not offset at all. So, just to see that in a command block, it aligns to the coordinate grid when it would usually go here, aligning to the block grid, which is 0.5 in X and Z. So, next up, we've got execute if block. This is basically the alternative to the execute detect you saw earlier. And this replaces test for block. Or slash test for block, I mean. This replaces slash test for block. You see, execute if block at these coordinates is stone. Now this doesn't have to be stone. This can be any block object. Which means to put a block state, you do it there. To put an MBT tag, you put there. An MBT tag is basically a thing in curly brackets, and a block state is in square brackets. And then run, I forgot to mention this, means to run a command, because you can put multiple of these sub-arguments on at once. So if I execute that, it says stone because there's stone here. If there wasn't stone there, well, it wouldn't say stone. And if there's any other block there, it still wouldn't say stone. Now, execute unless block is basically the opposite. It only does it unless there's stone there. Execute unless block, those coordinates stone, run, say no stone. See, it says no stone unless there's stone there. Perfect. So, then if entity and unless entity. These are basically like the blocks. I have my lovely friend Bob here. And this is executing if entity name equals Bob, run, say Bob. Boom. This is execute unless entity at E name equals Bob, run, say not Bob. You see, this doesn't say Bob if Bob doesn't exist. And this doesn't say not Bob if Bob exists. So, there we go. If you guys did enjoy the video, then please hit that like button. And if you really enjoyed it and want to see more content like this from me, then hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell if you want to be the first video to see when my new subscribers come out. That sounds wrong. That would be, then you'll be the first person to see when my new videos come out. So, I think I'm going to leave that blooper in, just because it would make the video funny. Then, anyway, that's all. Good. Bye. Oh, come on.